What's up, y'all? It's Celestarius. That was my first time saying that, so that was kind of cool. So in this video, I want to talk about the legal process that I went through to change my name in Lake County, Florida, which is where I live. This is probably pretty similar in most places in Florida and probably pretty similar to most places in the US, although it probably varies from county to county, like as far as exactly how the process works and the timing and everything like that, of course. But hopefully this will be helpful to anybody out there who is considering doing a name change, whether you're trans or really for any reason, because this is the same process that you would go through regardless of the reason that you're changing your name, other than if you're doing like marriage or divorce. I think that's a little bit different, but just as far as just doing any kind of like elective name change that doesn't have to do with that, this is the process you would go through. I have my little timeline here that I'm going to be referencing. So the first thing that I did was fill out the form it's called a petition for name change, for the county clerk's office. And you can get the form on, I think, the county clerk's website, but what I actually did was go through another website called FloridaNameChange.org, which kind of, it has a whole thing where you fill it out on their site, and then it creates the PDF documents for you that you can download, or actually it emails them to you, and then you can print those out and take them to the court and submit them. So I did fill all that out, and you can do e-filing in my county, but I wanted to take it all there in person, even though it's kind of a long drive. It's like 40 to 45 minutes from where I live, but I wanted to take it there, first of all, because I just wanted to make sure that everything was that I did everything correctly, because the e-filing portal that they have is not the most intuitive thing, and I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to be doing it right, so figured it'd be easier just to take it all there. The other reason is because part of the thing you have to do is get a background check, which is to get fingerprinted at the sheriff's office, and that is pretty much literally right next door to the county clerk's office. So I was going to have to go there anyway, so I figured I might as well just do it all in one trip. So that's what I did. This was on December 9th of 2024. I submitted my petition, which there's the petition form, and there are a bunch of other forms that you have to fill out, one of which you had to get notarized ahead of time. So I did that at my bank, which is free. And also had to pay my $400 fee, which is how much it costs to do it in Florida. I forgot to mention that the fingerprinting itself was free, but the background check cost $37.25. Let's see, what else did I do that day? Yeah, it was pretty much, there are a whole bunch of different forms here, but they're all the same kind of thing. They're all related to the petition and some other things that they just need to have on file, like your email address and things like that. So that was all December 9th. On December 10th, they sent me a letter in snail mail telling me that there was another form that I hadn't filled out that I didn't know about, and so I didn't get that until a few days later because it was snail mail. And so then I had to go back on December 17th and submit that, it wasn't even a form that I had to fill out. What it was I had to go back to the county clerk's office, which again is 40 to 45 minutes, which it's not that far if you're going somewhere for the whole day, but when you're going somewhere to literally walk in for 5 minutes, it's kind of annoying. Anyway, I had to go there and show them my ID and social security card, and they basically just copied the information over to another form, and that was literally it. I didn't even have to sign the form. It was kind of annoying that I had to do that. But anyway, that was a week after I submitted the initial petition, so that kind of slowed things down a little bit for me, but was still kind of on track for where I wanted to be. Okay, so that was the 17th. Then 10 days later, on December 27th, is when they did the order for the hearing. So I received that in my email, and it actually came to me in my email before it was on the court website. You can go on the court website and look at the records and see, that's what I'm using as my timeline here. You can see when everything was filed with the county, with the clerk's office. And so I actually got that in my email before it was in their system. So that basically was just a document saying when my hearing would be and who it would be with, the judge's name, and where I need to go and what time and everything. So that was very exciting when I got that. And so that was December 27th, and the actual hearing date was January 14th. So I did have to wait a few weeks to actually have the hearing, and I did film a little video in the car after I got out of that, so I will put that here. So I just came out of the courthouse and had my hearing. It was very, very fast. It was I don't know, 3 minutes, maybe not even that long. I was the first person called in my group, and it was basically like a whole group was called into the courtroom at one time. I was the first person to go up to the podium, and the judge basically just asked to confirm my current name, and then spelled out the name that I want to change to, and I agreed to all that. And then he asked if there's any nefarious reason that I'm changing my name, if I'm trying to get away from debts or some criminal activity or whatever. And of course I said no. And then he just asked if there's anything else he needs to know. I said no. And he said he would sign the petition. And I'm supposed to be getting a certified copy of that. I'm supposed to be able to come pick it up within the next few days, hopefully. I was hoping to get it by tomorrow so that I could take it to the Social Security office because I have an appointment there tomorrow. But I'm still going to go there and get my gender marker changed because that's the most important thing to do right now. And I'll just have to go back, which is a pain because it's like 40 minutes away from my house. But at least I can get my gender marker changed and I can change my name later. I do need to get my name changed pretty quickly because I need that in order to get my other things changed, like my passport and driver's license and everything. So yeah, I need it quickly. So I'm a little out of breath because I'm, I guess, excited. And also I just walked from the courthouse to the parking garage, but also this tie is a little tight. But so yeah, I won't be able to do all that immediately, but I'm supposed to be getting it very soon. I'm so happy it's over and I can go home now and at least have that checked off. Still have a lot to go through here with the name change and the gender marker changes. And then even aside from like the ID stuff, I'm going to have to change my name like everywhere, which is going to be a big pain and take forever. But anyway, I'm able to actually start that process now. So yay. So yeah, okay. That's probably it for this. This is probably a terrible video because the audio quality I'm sure is horrible. But anyway, see y'all later. One thing that was kind of cool was the person whose hearing was after me is actually somebody that I don't really know, but we have some mutual friends. And so I've like seen their name on Facebook and stuff. And so that was kind of neat. We actually connected afterward through Facebook Messenger because they messaged me. So we were able to kind of like compare notes on like what information we had gotten and like when we were going to be able to get our court orders and kind of next steps on like Social Security and all that kind of stuff. So that was really helpful and kind of a neat little experience to have somebody else in my county, like literally right after me, the same judge and everything, have the same like timing of everything. So we're kind of like name change twins now, I guess. So at the time of my hearing, I was told that it would probably be a few days before I could get the certified copy of the court order. And then when I called them the next day, they told me it could be up to 2 weeks. And so I thought it was going to be a long time. So I went and did my Social Security gender marker change, not name change because I didn't have the court order yet. So I went and did that. And I'll talk more about that later, but I did that last week. And then literally like got home that night and talked to the person that was right after me in the hearing. And they told me that they were able to get their court order that day. And so I was like, what the heck? So I thought that I was going to have to go all the way back to the courthouse to get my court order certified copies. But it turned out that I was actually able to do that at the branch office, which is in the city that I actually live in. So it's only like 10 minutes away. So that was so much better. So I was able to do that on Friday. And so I got 4 copies of it. I've heard kind of mixed things about like how many you actually need. Some people say they really only needed 1. Other people needed like 3 or 4. So I got 4 just to be safe. I mean, I can always get more later, but I probably don't even need 4 because it seems like most places that you need to use it, you basically just take it with you and show it to them and then they give it back to you. Or even if you mail it off, they usually probably send it back to you. But I figured it would be good to have a few extras just in case. So yeah, the entire timeline of the legal, like, things that were filed legally on my case was December 9th, 2024 through January 15th, 2025. So it was just over a month, which felt like kind of a long time while I was doing it, but it really wasn't too bad. I know that in some other places and at some other times it can take a lot longer. So I feel very fortunate to have gotten it done when I did, even though a name change isn't something that they can really take away from trans people, at least theoretically. I guess they can kind of do whatever they want now. But anyway, because cis people change their names all the time, it's not something that they can just like categorically remove the option to change your name. Because of that, I like it's not like the name change itself was super urgent as compared to gender marker changes to get done before the inauguration, but I needed it to get some of the things that I'm like, in order to change some other things that I'm trying to do, and I just really wanted it done before then, just for like peace of mind. So I feel really good that I was able to do that, and it's just like a big relief to have been able to do that. And yeah, it's a relief is really like the biggest word I can think of, even though like it's also very exciting and like meaningful to me and everything, but I'm definitely feeling a big relief and just like really glad that I was able to get it done when I did. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I forgot to mention, but it really was a pretty straightforward process. It was just a lot of waiting, but like the actual petition was pretty straightforward. There weren't too many things that I had trouble with that, and I was basically just like making sure that I had all the paperwork and everything, and the clerk's office was pretty good about letting me know when I did have something missing and that I needed to get done. So it was pretty painless overall. It was just a lot of waiting and a big hit to my bank account, but I feel really good about it now, so it was all worth it. As I mentioned before, I am going to be making a separate video about the other document changes that I'm doing because I'm still kind of in the middle of those. I have been able to get some things changed, but not everything yet, so I'm going to wait until I've been able to do kind of all of those, I think, to just do one video for everything. So I'm not sure exactly when that will be, but it will be sometime in the future. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my future content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.